Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Knight.
And I'm Cassie Zamora.
And you're watching the season finale of
Talk of the Town. Thank you for watching the season finale of Talk of the Town.
We've had a great season 5 and we have an exciting show in store today.
Right now, Daniel's going to give you the latest celebrity gossip.
And then Anna and Andy have your music news.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Bowen, here to fill you in on all the latest celebrity gossip. Now this week I'm talking all about my favorite kind of celebrities, the crazy ones. And who better to start with than the queen of insanity herself, Lindsay Lohan. Now she is currently in a feud with Betty White because Betty recently said in an interview that she finds Lindsay ungrateful and unappreciative for all of the opportunities she's been given. Lindsay responded by saying she doesn't understand why people feel the need to speak publicly about others, especially a grown woman. Now I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm on Lindsay's side, but only because I'm not a fan of the elderly. Aside from a few exceptions, they are rude and think that just because they're coming close to kicking the bucket, they can say whatever they want. Listen, Betty, just because everybody thinks you're hip and funny and oddly sexual for an 89-year-old, you can't just say hurtful things about America's crazy sweetheart. And moving on to America Be Very Afraid news, there are some serious rumors that Donald Trump is going to run for president after he bought the domain name Trump2012.com. But in even more frightening news, Jersey Shore is officially returning for another season, and the cast is getting paid $100,000 per episode. This will bring the situation's annual income to $10 million. Now, obviously, this is upsetting because he's getting paid just to be a douche, and that is Dane Cook's job, not his. And speaking of which, Charlie Sheen's Violent Torpedo of Truth tour has mostly been a disaster. He's been getting booed by the audience, and people have been demanding refunds. But I say this is their fault. They voluntarily paid their hard-earned money to watch an unemployed crazy man ramble for 2 hours. They deserve to get ripped off. And speaking of crazy people on tour, Britney Spears has allegedly asked Nicki Minaj to join her on tour. And some people don't think Nicki deserves it, but I say, who better to open for Britney Spears than someone who pretends to have multiple personalities? Well, that wraps up your Hollywood gossip for the week. I hope you have an exciting summer, and when you get back to campus, make sure you turn back in to Talk of the Town.
For our final music segment, we're bringing you
some information on the summer music festivals throughout the U.S. Kicking off right during exams, we have Bamboozle, located in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Times start April 29th through May 1st. It's featuring such bands such as Wiz Khalifa and 30 Seconds to Mars.
Next, we have Outdoor Music Festival Bonnaroo, June 9th through 12th, featuring acts such as Eminem, Mumford & Sons, and Widespread Panic.
And then in July, we have the popular Warped Tour, starting first July 28th in Charlotte, and then moving down to Atlanta on August 1st. Both dates featuring popular bands such as Paramore, 303, and A Day to Remember.
Lastly, right before school starts, we have Lollapalooza, August 5th through 7th in Chicago. The lineup is still to be announced. Last weekend at the New Brooklyn Tavern, we checked out the band Brass to the Future.
Here's what you missed.
Just for my spine out of place. My school days insane. Hey man, I'm down the train. Hey man, well she's a total playground. She said she had to squeeze the pressure and make me she's all the man. And I'm 42. Back on Subway.
Make sure to check them out on their Facebook page. You won't be disappointed.
Have a good summer.
So for this episode, Kiara's made some good breakfast food.
Check it out.
Thank you all so much for joining me in our last segment of Gamecocks in the Kitchen for spring semester. I'm your host, Kiara Massenberg, and I've decided to totally switch things up a bit. I'm going to be making Brenner, breakfast for dinner. I'm going to start off with a simple cheddar and bacon quiche, and then also make a fresh spring fruit salad, and we're going to end our Brenner meal with sunrise cocktails. So let's get started. So today we're making Brenner, breakfast for dinner. And I'm just starting off with a simple sausage and breakfast quiche. So right now I put a pack of hot Jimmy Dean sausage in a pan just to ground it a little bit, just like you would do hamburger meat. And I chose hot sausage just because you want a little kick to the quiche, because it's just eggs, milk, and cheese and a pie crust. So you've got to have a little to kind of, you know, take it an extra mile or two. So I've got this going. I've just got it on about 9 or so. You kind of want to have the temperature turned up pretty high. And like I said, you're just gonna cook this like you were cooking ground beef. You wanna break the sausage up as much as possible. And if you like really spicy foods, you can add more red pepper flakes to it. But for the most part, I don't think that we need it. So I'm just gonna ground this meat a little bit. And while that's working, I'm just gonna rinse my hands so we can get started on mixing the eggs and the milk and the cheese together as well. Okay, I think our sausage is ready. So I'm just gonna take it off of the flame here and make sure I drain all of the oil off of it. You can use paper towels or a colander, whichever you have, whichever is easiest. Just like that. Okay. Make sure you just press on it just a little bit to get all of that grease out. And be careful because it's really hot. And then you can just bring it right back over to your pan and let it set for just a minute. Okay. Now while that's cooling off, we're gonna get the pie crust out and just pre-bake it for about 5 minutes on 350 so that the dough isn't so soft once you put the ingredients in. And I've just got a basic deep dish pie crust. And normally 2 come in the pack. So it just depends. If you would like to half this recipe, you're more than welcome to do that. And if you'd like to bake 2, depending on how many guests you have coming over, you can do that as well. Or this is something that reheats really well during the week. So if you're always on the go as a student, I know we are, you can bake 2 of these like on Sunday and then just cut slices of it and heat it up right before you leave for class in the morning. So I'm just gonna put the pie crust in the oven for, like I said, about 5 minutes just to get the crust cooking just a little bit. And while that is happening, I'm gonna start to mix up our eggs and cheese. So this calls for 4 eggs. And another thing to remember is you always want to salt and pepper your eggs because it's gonna be hard to do that after it's cooked. So just as though you were gonna scramble these is pretty much how you're gonna start this mixture off. So I've got my 4 eggs in here. And I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper. And just as much as you'd like. You just kind of wanna eyeball that. But be careful not to over pepper or over salt your eggs because once you put it in, you cannot take it out. So be generous, but you wanna watch it as well. Just taken the pie crust out of the oven and it was in there for about 5 minutes just to pre-cook it. And you can touch the bottom of it just to make sure that it's not too doughy so you know that it's pre-cooked long enough. And you're just going to spoon your sausage in the bottom just like this. Make sure you spread it out evenly so that you get sausage in every slice of the quiche when you cut it. So I'm just going to layer it all along the bottom. And if you find that a pack of it is too much, you can just save some of the sausage for later and maybe scramble eggs the next day and eat sausage with it. Okay. Then you just stir your mixture You're gonna pour it right over the sausage and the pie crust. Okay, so while the quiche's in the oven, we're gonna get started on a simple fruit salad. And what I recommend is just to go to your local grocery store or market and get whatever's freshest. So today I just started off with some strawberries, a few grapes, 2 varieties of apples, a Granny Smith apple and a sweet red apple. And I've got some oranges and kiwi in here as well, just to kind of add a summer kick to it. So you can do this ahead of time and let this chill, but the 2 main focuses of the fruit salad are gonna be the pineapple and the banana. And you wanna save them until last because the pineapple, with all of the acidity, will kind of make the fruit a little bit soggy. And of course, bananas are gonna turn brown if you cut them up too soon. So you wanna do that right before you're ready to serve it. So I'm just gonna start off with cutting the pineapple, which really is not as hard as people think it is. So please buy fresh pineapple versus canned pineapple. It's a lot better. Cube it like so, and just make little chunks of pineapple to make it easier for your guests to kind of pick it up, just little bite-sized pieces. So make sure you cut enough for everybody to have some. But you don't want to get too close to the rind because then that part gets bitter and really chewy. Okay. And just add that in with the rest of the fruit. You're just going to keep going around the pineapple and cutting off all of the flesh until, of course, you have no more. Okay, so we've got the pineapple in the bowl with the rest of the fruit, and I'm just going to start to peel the bananas and just dice those up simply. You can cube these as well, or you can just slice them. It just depends on whatever your preference is, but it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you make them big enough for people to pick up with either their fingers or a fork. Remember that once you cut up the bananas, you've got to serve the fruit salad shortly thereafter, or they'll start to turn brown and that just doesn't look good. Okay, so we've got all of the fruit in the bowl, and I'm just gonna toss it right before I serve it. So I'm gonna let everything kind of sit here and let all of the natural juices just blend together. And that's just your basic fruit salad. And to end our Brenner breakfast for dinner, we're just gonna make a simple sunrise cocktail. Non-alcoholic today because we've got a lot of studying to do. So just something to kind of round off the meal. But you're just gonna fill the glass up about halfway with orange juice. Like that. Try not to make a mess like I am today. Then you're just gonna top it off with just a little cranberry juice to create that sunrise effect. You've got like some cherries or something like that, you're more than welcome to garnish the top of it like that. Or if you want, you can take a piece of fruit out of the bowl and put that on the side as well. And maybe a little umbrella if you want to get festive with it today, but we're just going to keep it plain and simple. And those are your sunrise cocktails. So we've got this delicious golden brown quiche here, our fresh fruit salad, and then our sunrise cocktails. So this is a perfect way to end the semester. So good luck on your exams, and I'll see you next fall. From one Gamecock kitchen to another.
Coming up, we have movies, fashion, and spot-on music. Up next, Gabby and Lauren have your movies coming up at Russell House.
And then Callie and Victoria on Green Street talking to Fashion Board.
Then Sam takes a look at another USC band.
Hi, I'm Gabby Zambrano.
And I'm Lauren Hoare.
We're here to tell you about the movies playing at Russell House Theaters for the next 2 weekends.
This weekend, the 14th through the 17th, we have True Grit, which will be playing at 6 p.m. And at 9 p.m., Tron Legacy will be playing.
Next weekend, from April 21st to the 24th, we'll have The Dilemma playing at 6 p.m. and The Green Hornet playing at 9 p.m.
Let's take a look. Playing at Russell House this week, the 14th through the 17th, at 6 p.m. is True Grit. It's a story about a stern U.S. Marshal who tries to help a stubborn young woman track down her father's murderer. Later on at 9 p.m., Tron Legacy will be playing, which is a story about a virtual world designer who goes to look for his father and finds himself in the digital world that his father had created. Also, on Tuesday, April 19th at 9 p.m., you're in for a special treat. There will be an early screening of the movie Bridesmaids for one night only.
What are we doing for the bachelorette party?
What about like a princess theme? Versace meets the gold rush.
I'm thinking tanned gentlemen that swallow fire and wear sarongs.
Female Fight Club. We grease up.
Surprise!
Beat the crap out of her.
I don't hate it.
Vegas it is. I had a dream last night that we went down. Oh, God. You were in it.
What? Excuse me, ma'am. Please return to your seats.
She's not great at flying.
I have something that might help you relax.
I'm ready to party.
Oh, yeah. You should come to Lillian's wedding with me.
No.
Moving on now to the movies airing next weekend from April 21st to the 24th. Our first movie, The Dilemma, will be showing at 6 p.m. The movie centers around Vince Vaughn's character, Ronnie, who discovers that his best friend's wife is having an affair. The discovery turns his world upside down. Next we have The Green Hornet, which will be showing at 9 p.m. The movie follows the death of Britt Reed's father. Britt is left in charge of his father's large company. But all that changes when he sees his late father's assistant in action. The two team up together to fight crime and become masked superheroes. This has been Movies with Talk of the Town.
We hope you get a chance to go out and see these great movies, and
Have a great weekend.
Welcome back to Fashion 411. I'm Callie.
And I'm Victoria, and we're out here on Green Street kicking off USC's Fashion Week.
And we're going to interview Fashion Board's president, Marquise, to get more info on the events happening later this week.
So Marquise, can you go into more detail about the events that are happening this week?
Sure. So right now we're at our big kickoff event. We're outside of Russell House on Green Street, and we're just telling people about the fashion week ahead. Wednesday night we're having style girl Jess James, who's the creator of Style Swap, and she's coming to the Public Health Research Building Auditorium to talk about her experiences, why she got into fashion, what she does being a journalist and a stylist, and creating Style Swap, which is a huge movement across the Southeast. So she'll be here on Wednesday night at 7 in the Public Health Auditorium talking about that. And of course, Thursday night at 7 o'clock at 701 Whaley is our huge fashion show that we do every spring with designers and retailers from around Columbia. Great, exciting places like Britton's and Van Gene and Copeland's will be featured. So we hope that people come out and support us.
Yeah, sounds great.
We're here with Melody, the Vice President of Promotions of Fashion Board. And Melody, what is your favorite part about Fashion Week?
I think my favorite part about Fashion Week is just, I guess, the excitement of it. Like, it builds and builds and builds all semester, and we work long, long hours, and this week you finally get to see the fruits of your labors. So, and I like everyone enjoying it too. The faces at the fashion show might be my favorite part, just to see everyone kind of enjoying the same thing that we've all put together.
Great, thank you.
And for more information, such as event times and locations, go onto USC website, keyword Fashion Week.
And thanks for watching Fashion 411 for Talk of the Town. See you next time.
See ya.
I can't leave these monsters. It's just they never gave up on me. I can't leave these monsters. It's just they never gave up on. They keep the dirty eyes in, they keep the dirty hands all over my heart, all over my plans. I just can't break away when I need to catch myself. I think I'm going under. Tell me, no, can you help? You never told me.
Hey, we're Death of Paris. I'm Jaina.
I'm Blake. I'm Patrick. I'm Pat.
Into this and never coming home, 'cause only my villains can save me. I can't leave these monsters. test, they never gave up on me.
Blake and I are alumni here. I graduated in 2009. I double majored in media arts and theater.
And I graduated 2010, I believe, with journalism from here too.
It's past 3 a.m. We're going strong, and we know this moment is perfect. Keep it to yourself. We own this life we're given. They're sleeping, we're living. Everyone knows we run this town. Everyone knows we don't need a weekend for this.
Since we formed this band, the best part is, seeing it come from an idea on paper to like finally finding the right people to play with, and we're excited to play. We have more shows booked than we've ever played in our past bands, and we're just really excited to play, and then we're going to start writing new music together and growing together, and spreading our music is the best part.
Wake up when you pass this shelf. We jump the gun and wreck ourselves, and we're living in the now. Hope you crash on an interstate of dreams. Millions of gasoline, and I can't pass them out.
Coming up, Man on the Street, events, and top 5.
Now this past weekend was Relay for Life, and we sent Brandon Foster out there to ask students why they were relaying.
And then Talman Sherman has your events going on around Columbia.
What's up, USC? This is Brandon Foster with Man on the Street, and today we are live from Relay for Life, and we're going to ask people, what are you here for? What is your purpose for being at Relay for Life? Check it out. What organization are you representing for Relay for Life?
Gamma Phi Beta.
Hey, fire! Oh, sick!
We're representing SALA, which is Students Associated for Latin America.
I'm with Bond, Brothers of Nubian Descent.
Participating in Relay for Life because my aunt has cancer, and I want to help raise money and awareness of it.
Relaying for my best friend and for all the people that are affected with cancer and have the survivors and the people that have died for it.
Patients that are either going through it or have deceased from this disease. We all want to be a part of that, and it's just a great opportunity to be a part of this at this university at any time.
Well, since we're the pre-med community, most of us want to be doctors, and so being out here and showing our support is a really good way to let people know that we have a love for this.
With respect to cancer awareness, I mean, it's something that affects everybody, every gender, every race, every ethnicity, no matter if you speak English, Spanish, or whatever. So we really just wanted to come and show our support to a really important cause.
What she said, cancer really doesn't have any language barrier. It affects everybody. It's kind of personal for me. My grandfather and my great aunt, both died of cancer, so I just want to help and find a cure.
Interview some of the higher officials of Relay for Life, and this is what they had to say.
Call radio stations and make sure the Daily Gamecock knew what we were all about, and we're trying to get banners everywhere, and we're so glad with our turnout. We've raised over $70,000 last time I checked, but it's definitely more than that now, so thank y'all so much for your support.
And that'll be it with Man on the Street. Until next year, we'll see you guys later on.
Hi everyone, I'm Talmadge. Thanks for joining me for another segment of events. We're starting our events off with the finale of USC Idol. It's going to be held in the Russell House Ballroom at 8 p.m. on April 14th. Be sure to get there early because this event will be packed. On April 17th, it's a theater production of the classical musical Grease at the Koger Center for the Arts. Showtimes are 2 and 7 p.m. The empowerment seminar Girls Fight Back will be at the Russell House Ballroom April 18th at 8 p.m. Some of your favorite Disney Channel characters are hitting the ice. On April 14th through the 17th, Disney on Ice, Let's Celebrate, will be at the Colonial Life Arena. Ticket prices start as low as $13. And finally, the Who Shot Rock and Roll exhibit is currently on display at the Columbia Museum of Art. I went to see what happens when you team up some of the most talented photographers with the most iconic musicians. Take a look. Who Shot Rock and Roll, A Photographic History 1955 to the Present, is an exhibition that includes 175 works by more than 100 photographers. It was organized by the prestigious Brooklyn Museum of Art, which opened to rave reviews. The images convey a message of rebellion, freedom, and personal reinvention. Major photographers that are represented in the show include David LaChapelle, Diane Arbus, and Annie Leibovitz, just to name a few. If you don't get enough of these stunning photographs, you can purchase a companion book, now available in the museum shop. It's not too late to see what everyone has been buzzing about. The show will be available until May 22nd, 2011. Well, that wraps up our events for this semester. Good luck on your exams, and see you next time.
Well, Cassie, we're almost done with our season finale of Talk of the Town, but we can't finish without saying goodbye to Shelby Sue, who'll be graduating this spring.
She's up next with the top 5 things you didn't necessarily learn in a classroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty, administrators, friends and family, and of course, the graduating class of 2011. Well, hello there. I am very honored to be here today as we conclude one chapter of our lives and embark on this exciting journey from college into the real world. Now, I know a lot of you out there with your C's get degrees attitudes are probably shaking in your boots. That's because for the past 4 years, or 5 or 6, or however long it took you to get here, you've drank your days away, you've slept through your classes, and you've participated in what I like to call good old American debauchery. And you know what? I'd like to congratulate you. You done lived it up and you got the stories to prove it. You know what the best part is though? All your long nights of partying has paid off because you've actually acquired some very vital skills necessary to succeed in the real world. Overachievers, you may be out of luck. Suck to suck, nerd. But as for the creme de la creme of college, we're set. Naturally, I've prepared a top 5 list, so here it is. The top 5 activities your parents wish you didn't do, but joke's on them because they've actually provided you with the skills to succeed. So, kicking off our list at number 5, hosting a party.
Happy birthday to me!
Hosting a party can be both a very demanding and rewarding task. You must stay alert and be ready to handle any situation, like your D-bag friends starting a fight. You develop excellent leadership skills by delegating responsibilities. I told them to do that. You learn the art of compromise. Oh, no, that's my roommates. That's my, here, take this. Okay.
Thank you, that's good, that's better, that's way better.
Great. And he's satisfied. And hosting a party can even give you a glimpse into parenthood and prepare you for taking care of your sick child. Now, at those parties, there's going to be lots of things going on. Which brings us to number 4, drinking games.
Drinking games have been a staple of a college education since the beginning of time. Beer pong teaches you the importance of accuracy and precision when performing assigned tasks. You learn that if you do not perform up to par, you will face the consequences. The game teaches you the importance of teamwork. It tests your reflexes and agility. It even instills valuable life lessons.
Cheaters never prosper.
As for Flip Cup, this game gives you experience working under pressure to meet deadlines.
Number 3 on our list, smoking the reefer. You potheads are dang on creative. Your desire for Miss Marijuana has motivated you to think outside of the box and use creative problem solving. Don't have rolling papers? No big deal. Here's an apple. Don't have an apple? Oh, no worries. Here's a 2-liter. Y'all are seriously geniuses. You're going to be just fine in this world. And another group of people who are going to be just fine are those of y'all that like to drink at bars. Number 2, drinking at bars.
We got winners, we got losers.
Bars make a great learning environment. They are full of so many different people from all walks of life. Like this guy. We call him Downtown Dancing Dude. If you saw him on the street, you may not stop to talk with him. But in a bar, people are accepting of everyone. Bars are also a great place to practice negotiating.
We got cowboys, we got truckers, broken-hearted fools and suckers.
Bars are also a good place to practice following orders. And you can really develop your networking skills.
Now, number 1 on our list of activities that your parents wish you didn't do, but joke's on them because they actually gave you the skills necessary to succeed in this life, is shacking. So, if your networking is successful, you will usually leave with your potential new client to get down to business. If you two do decide to close the deal, it may take until the wee hours of the morning. This, my friends, is the act of shacking. Shacking teaches you to walk a mile in someone else's shoes, literally. And their shorts, and sometimes their shirt. Shacking also teaches you how to handle embarrassing situations. So there you have it, class of 2011. Congratulations. We have not wasted our time here at Carolina. We are all fully equipped with the skills necessary to succeed in this world. So let's go forth and prosper, booze hounds.
Well, that does it for our season finale. Thank you so much for watching this entire semester.
We hope you all have a great summer and join us back next fall for another season of
Talk of the Town.